Your evaluation of the quarterback class is what, Greg Cosell?
I would probably put Kenny Pickett at the top of that list. I think that he's just a very efficient ball distributor. I think that he has better mobility than people give him credit for. To me, if you reduce the quarterback position, and there's so many variables, Rich, as you know, and we could have this conversation for 3 hours, but ultimately it's to make the right kind of throw to the right receiver at the right time. And I think that Kenny Pickett does that extremely well. I think he's well schooled in the kinds of pass game concepts that he needs to know to be an NFL quarterback, because Mark Whipple was his offensive coordinator, and Mark Whipple has NFL experience. So you can see on tape that he's familiar with those concepts and combinations. So to me, he's the best. I hear a lot about he doesn't have a special trait. I understand what people mean by that, but no one is suggesting he's Josh Allen. The point is can he be an efficient quarterback who can execute your offense snap after snap after snap and make the occasional improvisational play with his legs? He can be that guy, and I think he's prepared to play essentially right now.
What about the rest of the group? Walk me through who else you think has
I think it'll be in the eye of the beholder. It's funny. If you talk to coaches and ask them to give you a list of quarterback traits that they view as important, what in some ways would be non-negotiables, obviously the main trait would be ball location and ball placement, because you theoretically could do everything right as a quarterback, Rich, but if you can't throw the ball where you want to, then you essentially have nothing. And I think quarterback traits start with so many things that people don't talk about. It starts with fundamentals, mechanics, repetitive mechanics. You think of someone like Tom Brady, who did not make plays outside the structure of the offense, but his repetitive mechanics, every single snap, it was exactly the same. And the reason I mention that is because, to me, throwing the ball hard and running fast are not quarterback traits that are necessarily at the top of anybody's list. So I know that people talk about Malik Willis that way. His tape in 2021 was not very good, and he ran an offense, which, of course, is not his fault. He's just the quarterback running the offense he's given, but he ran an offense that was very remedial and simplistic relative to what he's going to have to do in the NFL. So he can throw it hard, and he can run fast, and we'll see where his career goes and who drafts him. He's going to need to be in a really well-coached system that defines things for him really cleanly, certainly early in his career. The other quarterbacks in this draft, I think, all have issues that some can be coached, some can't be coached. I think Sam Howell has very good traits. He will freely admit he did not have a good year in 2021. He will freely admit that he tried to do too much, and therefore he left the pocket way too soon. He did not want to be in the pocket. He wanted to get out of the pocket. He didn't feel comfortable being there. So now we'll see if that translates or if he calms down and can run an offense, because he's a good thrower of the football. He's got a good deep arm. He is mobile. Matt Corral ran an offense again it was an RPO quick game offense. He can snap the ball off well, particularly in the short to intermediate game. He's got that whip-like delivery, very compact, ball comes out. But that Lane Kiffin offense was quick game RPO and take some deep shots. And he ran a lot, and he's not going to be doing that in the NFL. Desmond Ridder, to me, is almost the most fascinating of these guys because he ran a lot of pro-style concepts. He has some issues as well. He's way too deliberate in his drop, and at times with his delivery, it can be a little elongated. He tends at times to drop his arm angle a little bit low, which causes ball placement issues, and he missed far too many layups. But I think in the right kind of offense where the run game is a featured foundation and there's play action, I think he can be very effective. And I think that he made some what we would call NFL throws within the context of the Cincinnati offense.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.